What kind of a leader are you? You must have heard this catchy phrase, action speaks louder than voice. You must have heard it from your elders growing up, or me amongst your friends, or we just threw them around. But there's a lot of truth in that statement, action speaks louder than voice. Most times our actions is at variance with our words, and this affects a lot of things, especially people that look up to us. The question is, what kind of a leader are you? Do you lead by example, or what your words tries to portray is different from what your action reflects or what people see about you? Just like when Jesus talked about the Pharisees and the Sadducees, do what they ask you to do, but don't do what they are doing. Meaning they are saying the right thing, but their words, or rather their actions, is at variance with what they are saying. And that is a challenge we have today in our contemporary society, where you see most of our political leaders, or rather our leaders in quote, they say things that are different from what they do. We know the ongoing case, the social media I watched with this VDM case and the likes, Palana, EFCC, and then Correctional Center. The question remains is, do this institution, we're talking about EFCC now and the Correctional Center, do this institution really practice what they preach? We've seen cases where we see policemen that are supposed to uphold the law, security, see them involved in criminalities and criminal activities. So sometimes you see that our words most times are at variance with what we do. But we're looking at this from the perspective of leadership. Which kind of a leader are you? Do you lead by example, or do you just lead by expressing your authority, or by trying to push your influence, exerting your influence on the people that you lead? That is a very good question you need to reflect on. Leaders should lead by example. Remember last time we talked about leadership, we talked about leading from the front or leading from behind. And I said this clear and direct. A leader can lead from the front, from the back, or from the team, inside the team. That does not affect what you portray or your influence on your team. The most important thing there is this: what do you do? How do you lead from the front, or how do you lead from the back, or how do you lead from within? Do you lead by example, or you lead by exerting authority? It's something you need to reflect on. For you to be a good leader, your words and your action must be the same. You must lead by what you tell them. If, for instance, you're working in a corporate environment, a corporate business, or wherever you work, and we say the time we should assemble is by 7 a.m. And you, that is a leader, you're coming by 8. You're not showing example. I think I have a lot of stories to tell in regard this, as in we leading by example, maybe when it comes to time, or by our words, or by action sometimes. But the most important thing that you and I should note is this: your action is being monitored, your action is being watched. People look up to your action more than your words. You should understand this. It's just like a family, a man and a woman training their children and telling them what to do and what not to do. You see, the children will be watching your relationship with your spouse more than what you tell them. So it is important you understand this in leadership. People look at your action more than hearing or listening to your words. Take that into cognizance. It is going to help you. It is important that leaders model their behavior and value system to fit what they want to achieve in the team. By demonstrating accountability, integrity, and a strong work ethics, leaders can cultivate a culture of excellence and inspire others to follow suit. You should understand this. When you are not there, it is those your action that will drive your or influence your team. So it is important to learn to marry your words and your actions together for you to bring out the best in your team. Well, we're going to stop here for now. We're going to see you in our next video.